Hi, my name is Carla Lozano, and the presentation is based on the movie The Way towards the Santiago de Compostela. All right, so for my topic, I chose Communitas and the Pilgrim's Experience. So, Communitas is a feeling of solidarity in a group setting, but it is also like a sense of intense emotions that everyone goes through, and they just kind of bond over it that way. I'll get to explaining a little bit. All right, so Communitas is actually a very it's an important like trait. It's almost like a key characteristic for the liminal phase. So the liminal phase is a transitional phase, and when people go on a pilgrimage, there are three different phases, which is separation, transitional, which is the liminal, and then we have the incorporation phase. So we will be talking about Communitas and the liminal phase since those two do tie in together. So the way that I like to think about these two is puberty. So when people go through puberty and like you're at that age, you think that you're going through it alone, but everybody else around you in school is going through the same thing as you, which is why you're also not like getting along with your parents. You're almost like rebelling against them, but you build a sense of community with the people around you. You make good friends with the people around you because they know what you're going through. They know your hormones are going crazy. They know you're not getting along with your parents and they know that you're upset all the time. So that's the way that I like to think of it because puberty is a almost an awkward transitional phase where you're not your old self, which is the separation, but you're not your new self either, which is incorporation phase. So I'm going to talk about the moments of the moments of communitas during the movie. So one of the important ones I like to talk about is pilgrims were all walking together at this time. It starts off the journey. They think that they're all kind of just on their own self journey, which they are, but all of them, all four of them are going through the same thing. They're going through the same emotions. They're all like either grieving, they're sad, they're angry, they're feeling some type of emotion. So again, Communitas is a feeling of solidarity, and this is towards like the transitional phase, which they're just in this awkward in between. So and it's the sense, yeah, it's like a sense of community. So the next one is the arrest of Tom. It's not necessarily that exact scene, it's just like what happens before and after. So in this, before the arrest of Tom, Tom is yelling at them, telling, like, kind of like speaking their truth. Like, you guys say that you're here for this, but you guys are lying. You guys don't even know what you guys are here for. He's just like angry at them. But the other ones that are just looking at him, just like to start to yell, almost understand what he's going through because they know he's grieving about his son, and they know that like, okay, like he's going through a lot. I can empathize. I can understand what he's going through. So after he gets arrested, they bail him out. Personally, like if it were me, I would not bail him out. If someone were to yell at me, tell me a bunch of things, I would not bail him out. But they all understand. They all understand what he's going through, and it's a moment of communitas because they just all know that they're going through the same emotions, but they don't understand it just yet. So another one is also Sarah punching Tom. So again, it's not the moment, it's what happens after. So after Sarah punches Tom, she opens up to Tom like, telling him that she's sorry. She's like, please forgive me. You know what? I was in an abusive relationship and I had to abort my baby because of the man that I was with. And she's like, I understand how it feels like to lose a baby. And he opens up too. They're both vulnerable and they're both like connecting in a way of them both losing their baby. Again, it's a sense of like the sense of communitas. It is them forming a community together and bonding over the same thing. Although when they first started, they thought they were going through two different distinct things. The last one is the reach to Santiago de Compostela. So at the end, I have the picture right here at the bottom. You just see them all smiling and laughing at each other because they know how hard it was to just go through that walk, through all those phases together. But they just realize like, wow, we did it. Like we're here. Like we all understand that we're like bonding over the same thing. And even though like at first they each had like their own purpose, their own like individual purpose, they all went through the same emotions, through the same transitional phase. All right, so for the pilgrim's experience, we're going to talk about Tom. So he started off with his purpose because his son died. He wanted to finish off the pilgrimage towards the Santiago de Compostela because that's where his son started but couldn't finish it. So he wanted to finish for his son and like, spread his ashes throughout. But in the end, he comes to realization that yes, I'm doing this for my son, but a part of me, I'm doing this too because I want to travel more. Before his son died, his son was telling him like, you need to travel more, all you do is work. So he comes to realization like, you know what? I need to travel more. Life is short, and he could see that with his son. With Sarah, she starts off like her journey saying that she wants to get off of drugs. She wants to stop smoking. That when she reaches the end of Compostela, the Santiago de Compostela, she's going to stop smoking. She smoked a cigarette right after. So that wasn't her purpose. Her purpose was because she was going through such a tough time with her abuse and her losing her baby. So it's just in a way to just connect with herself. And right here, she just says like it's for religious purposes, but she knew like the entire time it was because of what she had gone through in the past. For Jost, he started off with saying that he wanted to lose weight. In the end, again, like it did tie into that, but it wasn't really the full purpose. His full purpose was because he wanted to lose weight because his wife didn't want to sleep with him anymore, which he just like accepted that why his what his true purpose was for the pilgrimage. And for Jack, his purpose did stay true throughout. His was the writing block. So he started off like with his writing block, and at the end you can see him like fully grown where he doesn't have that writing block anymore ever since he met Tom, because he knows that he can use Tom a part of his story, and so that writing block is gone. So yeah, I really enjoyed watching this movie. I think it's very interesting to tie it into like Communita